Alright, we're back.
We are back with Odin Sphere Leifthrasir and Petting the Cat Simulator.
Petting the cat simulator is very important. I just want to make sure that we're very clear on that fact before we get started.
Yeah, to be fair, do we need anything else here? I mean, we've already won.
Do we want an hour of this? Can we? If I ask really nicely, can I just sit here and pet the cat for an hour?
We did get $24 donated for our winning run of Velvet. So, I think we should probably play that.
Yeah, I think we should probably play the game. Put the cat away.
We
Cool.
can pet the cat after you do the run.
I mean, I'm either gonna die or PB, one or the other, so...
Velvet is definitely, of the 5, is probably the one of the, most difficult run in terms of staying alive.
There's some sketchiness in Mercedes route, and there's a little bit of sketchiness in Oswald route, but man, if I wanna like, like, I'm looking at my splits and going, God, if I wanna go fast, I gotta like, like, you put the pedal to the metal, but you do it very, very unsafely in a couple spots, so.
My volume is apparently a little low, so do you want to adjust that before?
Yeah, I'm gonna just tune that real fast here. You're already at 140 on mine too. I like hearing your voice, so you're turned up a lot, but I'm gonna... Yeah,
Also, Scala says game audio can come down a bit.
Oh yeah, my capture card's a nuisance like that. We're just gonna drop that down a bunch because it's not gonna get any quiet. That's for sure. If it's loud now, it's gonna get worse, not better. Alright. Cool. So we got audio balance. We've got video balance. We've got a book in our hands. We have a
We've
recording.
got 3 cuties in a stream.
We're gonna have 4 cuties in a second.
Velvet is real cute.
Velvet is real cute.
Alright. I guess it's time for the hours, isn't it?
It is time for real Velvet hours.
Before we start, we're gonna take a second just so everyone understands Real Velvet Hours is a gag from my personal stream of this game. It is not PG. And it came about when my friend Chrism Phoenix decided it would be a good idea after I broke the Velvet record to post a bunch of pictures of Velvet cosplayers.
When you see Velvet's character model, you will
You'll
understand why this changed things rapidly.
But otherwise, this is an incredibly beautiful vanillaware game. We're going to eat a lot of food, and we're going to kill a lot of monsters. It's going to be really pretty. Alright. Are we good?
I think we're ready to go.
Alright. We'll start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Don't worry, the Ice Burner. We won't be getting any of the extra fancy food in this run. We won't be visiting any of the restaurants or anything.
Yep, all that got routed out.
But also, the egg toast in this game is beautiful. I will agree with you.
It really is.
That was really... I was early on the tutorial skip there.
Tutorial, you can skip it by doing the thing that the tutorial is going to try and teach you to do.
Which is just beat these enemies up, honestly. It's going to teach you that you can hit things. It's great.
It's not like some of the other characters' tutorials that have more specific things involved.
Wait, you can attack enemies in a video game?
I know.
I know, right?
That didn't work. I'd love missing my inputs. But basically, anytime that your character is active on a screen or you're in a menu, the timer is running. Just so people are aware, Odin Sphere does use in-game time and not real-time attack because it loads between the PS3, PS4, and PS Vita versions.
But the in-game time is fairly accurate in terms of like when you have control over either your character or in a menu.
Yeah, I am playing on PS4 right now. I might not have put it on the title screen because I'm, you know...
No, it's on the title screen.
Heck yeah.
It's on there.
Yeah. Yeah, Scala did that. I didn't do anything. But we get our first ability, Dancing Chain, which lets us fire our chain like a projectile. It's kind of bad. We're
It's
gonna
kind of inconsistent because it sometimes flies off not quite in the direction you wanted it to go.
Yep, sometimes you can AoE like 1,000 enemies with it at the same time. But yeah, we are gonna grab that healing tonic because of what happened in practice a little while ago. Which was, I died. Death is not very punishing in this game. You just get teleported back to the start of the fight that you were doing, but, like, dying is bad. Because, oh, that's really bad. How did I clip through that? Because, of course, you know, you lose all the time that you poured into the last fight that you were in. 1883 is real good still, though. It could have been like a 16.
A couple interesting things here about the movement. She's actually doing like a dodge into a jump and then basically carrying the momentum from the dodge into the jump to jump through those screens really quickly. These enemies are real obnoxious because they are only damageable when they're lit up, which is either by that candle or the shine potion that she just threw.
The Shine Potion also does a bunch of AoE damage to them, which is, of course, very good. So,
It's enough to one-shot them, isn't it?
by a wide margin.
Yeah.
They have 1 hit point.
Yeah, and one thing you will notice throughout this game is potion management is one of the big things.
Yep. Potion management, also there's a bit of alchemy we'll be using at various points in the run to either change a potion into something we want or raise the level of a potion. This boss is pretty obnoxious because it'll teleport frequently and sometimes randomly. But looks like we're having both good luck and good execution on it, as it goes down nice and quickly.
Yeah, you'll see me trying to chain together certain abilities and attacks to do damage here. We get a piece of equipment here that I actually equip, which is a Luck Stone. We don't need it till Chapter 5, and I will explain it later, but we're going to equip it now so that it's equipped. But basically, it'll improve our drop rate, which doesn't matter right this second. I really don't care about drops for quite some time.
I'll point out when it does come into relevance. Or you will.
Last wave. Touching the green water poisons you, by the way. Let's say we have both of them. There's a level 2 volcano potion. And we're going to get on to our first boss in just a moment. And then we're out of teleport land for a while, which is nice.
For a while. So this is Queen of Death. I don't know why a skeleton has giant boobs, but
Hey.
he does. And she's gonna I think she only teleports once every health bar. And
Yep.
It's unavoidable, so this isn't actually an RNG.
It's just every single
Makes the
time.
fight take a little longer.
But we're going to throw out some Shine Potions, because Shine Potions do AoE damage, and they do more damage to the undead, and Odette qualifies. And we got a Toxin Potion from her, too, which was kind of nice. We're looking for attack potions from enemies, not healing tonics, basically. Ooh, okay, wave 1 is good, too. Just needs us to very quickly kill this phase, honestly. Yeah, we'll use it to get a fairly quick kill on this, which is good.
Yeah, those level 1 potions do drop off fairly early on, I would say.
Yeah, the big problem is that sometimes they don't even let you generate status effects, which is very annoying. Because a lot of it is not the actual throw of the potion, but it's the status effect leaving behind for extra damage. But we get Fire Pillar, which is just an ability that lets us set enemies on fire basically pretty easily, but it's kind of nice.
It's a pretty useful status effect, just in general.
And we get Straight Wedge, which will be useful, because dash attacks are attacks that move us forward. We'll get one of those soon. And we take Heavy Stroke, because even though this ability is kind of useless, we don't want to do a lot of blocking, the abilities underneath it in the tree are very useful. That was a little better. Going fast through that room is weird because you can't jump next to the door.
Yeah, you have to be careful about, like, not just, like, launching yourself so far into the air that you can't enter the door.
Or just not jumping and then getting stuck on the door and going back through it.
So here we are
Oh, it did no damage. I didn't crit any there.
in the Fairies Forest. We're going to be actually doing a pretty interesting skip here that skips about 2 fights and gets a special ability that's like one of the semi-hidden special abilities, but via an unintended route.
Yep.
Because she's actually going to be doing like some jumping, chaining or attack, chaining into some more jumping to get up on a high ledge that's looks like it was built to be like you're supposed to drop down from above.
Yes, you are definitely supposed to drop down from above. We are not going to do that. You're going to see me delaying the attacks here because this attack, that last attack, every chain is a 4 chain of attacks. The 4th attack knocks enemies far away, which requires that I do an aerial dodge to, like, cancel my attack to get a pickup, which I don't want to do because it's a little slower. It's just faster to just delay for a hot second there and then pick the combo back up.
And it can be nice to use that one that knocks them away in some situations, but a lot of situations you just like, no, I just want the enemy to like stay here where I can damage it.
Yep.
We're actually going to use the checkpoint there just to come back here because we need to get small, and then we're going to go here to go through the gap.
Then we're going to become unsmall because you don't want to fight bosses while you're small. That's silly. And Fire Pillar's super expensive. It costs 17 Phozon points. If you look at the gauges on the side there, power is in green, which we'll talk about in a second because it's very important. Health is in yellow. Obviously important because if you have 0 health, you die. And then Phozon points are in that counter below it that's like right now 9 of 23. We don't use a lot of them in this run. Oh, I never see that projectile. I don't want to get hit by it though. Wait, do we get small form? Neat.
The Phozon power only regenerates when like those little purple Phozons float out of enemies that you've either killed or severely damaged. So they're relatively limited. And as mentioned, that Fire Pillar is pretty expensive. On the other hand, it does do a ton of damage and sets things on fire.
Setting things on fire is nice. It leaves a damage over time effect on them. That's a very slow Myconid because I just did not burn any potions or anything there. That was awful. Fights in this game are very finicky. Like, a lot of it sometimes just comes down to random crits and things.
As far as I can see, it was pretty well executed. Alright, so this is the part that I was talking about where we're going to jump up. There's a platform way up here. Up, jump, up. And here's a hidden ability.
Yep. Yeah, and this is the hidden ability of Spiral Drive.
It's a real good ability.
So you know
You're
that
gonna see it a lot.
You're going to see it an awful lot because it does everything. It breaks guard, it does a lot of damage, it brings up your combo counter a ton, which will matter later. This climb is intended, because you can just do this. You land off of here, you land off of here, and then you land up here. But here's Spiral Drive. We're going to bind it to forward and circle. There's one really kind of technical thing with your attacks, by the way, is that when an enemy is in down state, when they're, like, on the ground, they only take half damage. So you want to, like, delay a little bit, and you want to make sure things are not in ground state a lot of the time. Or you just want to be, like, swinging away at the ones that aren't while you... The silver armor ones are paladins, and they are, like, slightly more powerful. Yeah, they're tanky as heck. They actually also come out of ground state faster, so you just, like, wait for them to come out of ground state, and it's fine.
And that potion we just picked up there is a yogurt. It's going to come in useful later, because what yogurt does is it gives you a temporary buff that gets you more XP when you eat food. And we're going to be using that to gain a whole bunch of levels all at once to kind of catch us up, because we're going to start getting more and more under-leveled as this run goes on.
Under-leveled in an RPG speedrun. It's more likely than you think.
Yeah, but the game has a wonderful eating system, and food gets you a ton of XP, and we kind of use that to keep our levels from getting so low that the fights take too long.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm hearing is I should eat yogurt for an appetizer for every meal.
Yes. Alright, I didn't set up my exit correctly. Part of going fast in this run, by the way, is setting up your exits. You'll see I'm traveling towards where I want to go next. I should do that preemptively, because
while fighting and stuff.
as all that time right now is just gone. It's all time loss, which sucks.
So I notice at the end of fights that occasionally, like, a chest with cash will spawn. What determines where that chest...
It always spawns a constant distance to your right.
A Cyclone Potion here that makes that whirlwind, a Toxin Potion that makes those purple clouds that do a bunch of damage. Mercedes here. This fight is going to go really fast, partially because of that whirlwind, and partially because we're not going to let Mercedes, like, get on the ground again.
Well, I think we have to let her hit the ground once. There is dropout protection in this game.
Yeah,
but...
about once every health bar for most bosses. They will always break out of whatever stun lock you have them in or juggle.
Yep.
However, Demi's gonna let them fall at the appropriate time that she can pick them up fairly quickly, making sure that she doesn't have
Sorry, that's a very tough pickup at that angle, because it's hard to pick up at a spiral drive. It's not strictly necessary, thankfully. Wow. Get stuck a little bit.
Face full of Rublum.
It's fine. It's because I hit the square button, which when you're taking hits makes you block, so it canceled my spiral drive, so I stopped attacking. Oops.
We get Assault High here, which is a passive ability that increases your damage based on what your chain number is.
Yep.
And it's real good, because that chain number gets real high.
Which also means it's really important to keep that chain number real high.
Alright, gamers, it's time. You know what time it is.
It's time to eat some delicious food.
It's time to get that bread.
Heck yeah!
We're also gonna grab an egg, though, to level up our yogurt as well.
I forget whether or not it came up in chat, or at least in conversation here, shoutouts to how lovingly rendered all of the food in this game is.
Yep. But yeah, we're gonna eat a bunch of bread now, but we're gonna drink the yogurt first so that we end up getting level... So we end up getting to, like...
4...
Yeah, we get to, like, level 11.5 this way. Which puts us nearly on level with where we want to be for Chapter 3. Alright, but Chapter 3 is, Lost Kingdom. This area is a bit of a nuisance, but there's been a battle between the Valkyries and the Fairies for a very long time, and we're about to wade right in the middle of it because there's a artifact that they're fighting over called the Cauldron, which, you know, drains the world of its energy, sadly. But of course, Velvet just wants to shut off the thing because it's evil.
It's draining the world
of all its energy. It's evil. It's, you know, it's a bad thing. So Velvet is here to break it. Which of course means that she is getting right in the middle of a fight between the Valkyries and the Fairies. There's some Fairies. The other room is also Fairies, but we're just going to go through here. Why do we get... Why do the bad spawns keep increasing?
Because the game knows you're in a marathon.
It's fine. We're just gonna kill all of these.
And those, she can cancel out of her abilities by using that dodge.
Sub 20 for that room is fantastic.
Dodge canceling is a little more important to some other characters than it is to Velvet, but it comes in useful for everyone because animation canceling is a big part of the speedrun in general.
Yep. You don't want to be in attack. You don't want to be in attack animations that don't do anything for you. By the way, you can clip right through that attack if you. I missed a free pickup there. I'm gonna miss that too. You kind of want the Unicorn Knight to summon enemies here, by the way.
You get the photons from the enemies it summons.
But here's the juggles.
Spiral drive, and then swing, do the little backwards twirl that I love that animation.
This only works on easy.
Interesting.
What we're actually gonna do, we're gonna do some swag. I've been saving that one for a while. The fire pillar cancel to keep the juggle going.
Wow, that was really well done. I didn't see you do that last time.
No, I was saving that for the marathon.
You're holding back using me?
Look, when you wanna swag in a marathon, you save it. Like yes, but you can use fire pillar to extend combos if you really are feeling yourself like that. But we're gonna let these cluster because this is really annoying otherwise. The warriors will throw their axes at you. They're also pretty beefy, but these are dwarven soldiers, so these are part of the Valkyrie army.
There's bombs exploding all over there, but as long as you hit the bomb with your chain at some point, it becomes a friendly bomb and therefore doesn't blow up on you, it blows up on them.
It's science.
You got a habanero there, that is a alchemy ingredient that turns potions fiery, and it's really useful.
But we get the most important item in the game out of that treasure chest. We get milk.
Yep, milk.
And we're gonna buy a
What do
backup
you use milk for?
yogurt.
You make more yogurt.
But first I'm gonna buy a backup while I'm here because I don't have a blaze potion in my inventory and I need one for later. So we're
The
not.
speed run brought to you by Dairy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, the milk farmers of Ringford are all about this life. Really?
Yeah, I can't actually play this game well because I've developed lactose intolerance. It's actually a problem.
Okay. I need a sec.
This Valkyrie leader is obnoxious.
Yeah.
Especially when the Valkyries don't get...
They don't want to. When they don't want to play ball, it's really annoying. When they hit me twice. Yeah, that's why we try to take them off the ground, because they do get a little bit out of control.
There's another wave of them.
The only nice thing again is that they get out of ground state pretty quickly, so even the original Valkyries are trying to get on the action here and do some damage, I guess. I think they're all dead, right? I think we're good. Cool, that's the end of this area, thank God. Thank the goddess. That fight kind of sucks if you get hit a bunch of times, so... There's no bonus for being at low health yet, so...
Yeah. She gets that bonus real late, actually.
Yeah. But we take advantage of it.
Alright, here's the boss Brigand. He starts out with like 4 shields strapped to his chest, and so like all of the things will do 0 damage. But if you bounce his axe back into him using a block or a
2 melee attacks.
melee attacks, then it breaks the shields immediately. So to do that, we got through the shields very quickly thanks to RNG being in our favor, starting off with throwing axes.
3, perfect.
It's rather difficult to get him off the ground, but he isn't the most threatening of the bosses.
The annoying part comes later.
Yep. And then, one of the things he can do is he can summon a bunch of Valkyries to reattach those shields. And if they reattach shields, then he'll go back to taking a bunch of 0 damages.
The big thing with Velvet is that you have to be very patient now all of a sudden, because now I just want to stay on the ground. Not get dizzied. Alright, we need a safety potion here because this is very bad. Because we don't want the shields to go back on. Yeah, we got. Yeah, that sucked a little bit. Yeah, actually, I was actually on pace to save a bunch of time there, and ended up losing it at the end because I got tagged by that one Valkyrie who fills up his cup. She's a Valkyrie leader, and she starts attacking you. And it's just really annoying. So we have to sort of bail ourselves out there. The potion helped, but it didn't do enough damage on its own. Eh.
We're gonna get charge up increases our power so that we can use that spiral drive a little more often. And do we get gourmet here?
I'm gonna do this backwards this time. I'm gonna go for levels.
Gourmet gets you more XP from food, which will incidentally get you more skill points to increase some of those other skills later.
This is a little bit risky, but I think this is correct. I still have a Toxin Potion, which is important because we need it for the end of this chapter. I have a Blaze Potion, which is important because I need it for the middle of this chapter so I don't die. I have a Healing Tonic too, in case I go into a certain fight at low health, I don't feel quite as bad about it. So I've got all my supplies I need for this. This is the chapter I do a lot of preparation for, because this is kind of make or break time for going really fast. This room is a really RNG. I cannot believe I just got all right spawns.
This can spawn on either side of you, and
800 is a record for that room. That room usually takes about 12 to 14 seconds. Okay, but you'll notice we only fight in circular rooms. These kind of rectangular rooms will have enemies, but we just jump over them.
yeah, if it's not a quote battle stage, then you don't actually have to fight there.
So here's Bugbear. Now is the time for donations, because we're just gonna, like, beat it up for a while. It's a little bit more exciting because there's a constant spawn of ice elementals, which freeze you, which are really annoying, but whatever.
We're gonna just try to avoid getting chilled by those ice things, mostly by pushing it away from the ice things as they slowly chase us.
Yep. And we're going to leave that one particular one alive because we don't want... Because each wave of them that you kill, different enemies start spawning, so the large ones will start spawning. We don't really want that.
At least we want to delay it as long as possible.
Yep.
So, Demi, what brought you to this game to begin with?
Witch's Hex. But also it's a game I really loved forever. Like, this is one of my favorite games of all time. So, you know, if you just want to play a game that you like a lot, it's not the worst idea. Oh, good crit. 2, 3, and this should be lethal. Of course, I need one more swing. That's fine. But yeah, Witch's Hex speedruns Gwendolyn, and introduced me to the game as a speedrun, which I ended up learning for Speedrun Ragnarok. Had a blast with it, and it was just like, alright, let's just learn all the characters. That seems like a great idea.
And then over the last 6 months, she got the world record for the easy category, which is the main speedrun category.
Alright, it's serious time, by the way.
I can take over for this. We're going to use a Blaze Potion there to kind of set this guy's horn on fire.
The horn's the weak spot.
Here,
The horn's...
he has a weak spot that's kind of like floating up there on that horn. He has a lot of really dangerous attacks that can just stun lock you in place and kill you. So, that's why she has to be really careful here. You can stand on him, but it's a very small platform, and he moves. Fight's going pretty well so far. This is actually the fight that she was referring to when she wanted a healing potion available for a fight, because this is one of the fights that can just go really sour really quickly, especially if her health gets a little low.
There is an attack that will do over 160 damage to me.
If you're in the epicenter of it, yeah.
Want that potion for later. Nope. I'm gonna backdash that. The problem with the trolls is that when they get active too, they can really mess you up some. I'll take that. That's fine. Threw it alive.
Through it alive, the fight didn't, like, we were mostly able to fight consistently.
Yeah, that's solid. Not spectacular, but solid. We'll take solid. Solid's good. So last climb.
Roll back into some... I think there's a food segment coming up, or is that not?
There's just, I just grab, there's a couple cheese I have in my inventory that I'll eat. That's really it. I want to grab grape seeds because they sell for a lot of money, which actually comes to play a little bit in this route later. Next chapter, in fact. We're going to spend a bunch of money for food. Are they all dead? They're all dead.
So while we're here and just practicing on-boss fights, we're here for RPGs we love. The RPG Valkyries are an inclusive group of female and femme-leaning speedrunners who all love and run speedrun RPGs. We have a Discord that is open to all, and you're welcome to join. And we're here raising money to help get the RPG Valkyries to RPG Limit Break, which is kind of like our one event per year where like a lot of us get together in person. And several of us have speedruns that get accepted for RPG Limit Break. Anyway, don't want to take away from this boss fight though. We have Wagner here. Interestingly enough, you kind of don't want to knock him into the air, right?
Yeah, he'll fly up on his own, and some of his really dangerous attacks are when his claws are not on the ground, so you gotta be a little careful. I also didn't have a toxin potion I thought I had, so I misinterpreted how much inventory I had.
And you can't set him on fire, correct?
He is immune to fire, yes. You could, potions will still do damage. Like,
But you can't. The status effect won't.
the status effect will never stick, yes. So, like, I could do that, but... One of the more intriguing mechanics of this, of course, is that enemies also have a stun threshold. Sometimes you'll see Wagner just decide to, like, stop doing things because he hits a certain amount of stun rather than attacks. It's invisible, you can't see it. But it also causes enemies to go into juggle state if they're lighter enemies. Which actually
can't
comes...
really properly juggle Wagner, unfortunately. He's a little too big for that.
He's a little heavy.
Not really using any potions here. I guess
I really don't have any useful ones.
Toxins, so.
I'm saving the whirlwind for Odin, or for Manacora, probably. You know. Chapter 4 is difficult. Like, Chapter 4 has been sort of the bane of this run for me for having a fast run. And today is no different, as that was not a very fast split. It was like 12 seconds for each boss or something. The problem with running against some very optimized splits is that you're running against some very optimized splits. And I didn't take damage ups before that, so I'm trying to, like...
Troll Molar is mostly just an alchemy ingredient. You
Yep.
can make some pretty neat potions.
You make one particular potion called Zero Timer.
Zero Timer is busted.
I mean,
But
sort
not
of.
very useful in the speedrun.
It's very short term, but what it does is it makes all your abilities that use Phozon points cost 0 for a very short period of time. There are some characters that can break the heck out of that. Mostly Mercedes. Alright, so... Garbage Chapter 4 is fine, though. It's time... This is why we put on the Luckstone, by the way.
We're gonna hope and get some of the bears here have a chance to drop fish, and the Luckstone gives you a higher drop chance. Fish is, it's just one of the basic food items, but it gives a whole bunch of XP.
And since we're behind...
And we are under-leveled.
We're only down like 3 levels. It's not so bad. But yeah.
Down 3 levels at the first room of the chapter, which is like 3 levels lower than the rest of the chapter.
Correct.
At level 24 enemies, we're level 18. We're gonna count fish. I already saw that we already got one just from a guaranteed room drop.
I have not seen a single chest from these bears yet, let alone a fish drop. I complain and I get money, of course. More money. I guess I'll take a seat there. So no fish luck right now.
No fish luck.
The problem is that I,
Kinda need some fish.
So we're gonna fix the RNG really quickly here.
I'm gonna sell some stuff.
I'm actually gonna sell some stuff, yeah, because since I got no drops, I'm just gonna do my selling now. I don't want to end up behind on money, but there's a chance I'll end up behind on money here. This is a little risky. You know, I'm gonna play it safe. I'm just gonna buy 2. 3 is risky, because 3 means I may not have enough money to buy my bracelets, and that's no good. Like, that's even worse, so we're not gonna risk it. We're just gonna get 2. Game, why? There is a safety for this in case I don't get any fish drops at all, which is buying the 2 fish and then doing Puka Village after this chapter, but that is a distinctive time loss. That is a distinct time failure. That is a time loss. More apple seeds.
It takes some time to even go to the restaurant, let alone order food there. It's like, what, probably 30 seconds?
Yeah, 20 or so seconds.
This time we'd rather not lose, but
I have never gotten 0 fish drops, by the way, in a run that I've been trying to hit, and that just got 0 fish drops. Fantastic.
oh, here we have some really obnoxious beehives that kind of sit up in the air. I'm gonna set them on fire.
Yep, since we need 17 points, and we only have 29, we have to kill a bunch of bees to get to get the rest of the Phozons we need. This is a 2-way fight. After we crush the bees, out comes a red cap and some goblins. They throw knives at you. The knives are poisoned. But if you deflect them back, you can poison enemies with them. This comes in handy at points in certain runs, including later in this one, in Chapter 6. Okay. That went beautifully.
I think our money should be okay. We've been getting a lot of seeds and stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah, our money's gonna be fantastic. Do I have a level 3? I don't even have a level 3 material. I didn't get any... I got, like, nothing.
Level 3 healing potion.
I could use a level 3 healing potion, yes. I don't think I'm going to. I have this level 3 restore I could use, but that's fine. I'm just gonna make a level 6. It's fine. I'm not getting a lot out of this anyway. This is really bad.
I mean, it seems bad to you, but, like...
Yeah, I mean, it's playable. Like, it's not bad. It's just, you know, it's sketch. Like, and even then I get level 23 anyway. Maybe it's not that bad. Maybe I don't really need to push it that hard.
I think you usually get level 24 there.
24, 25, yeah.
So we're going to use that Cyclone Potion here. Mana Core. Ice damage. And this Mana Core is real obnoxious if you don't... Because you can't hook around. He's too heavy for that.
It's not that he's too heavy, it's just, like, he's weird. He's weird.
The way he kind of, like, flies.
He floats. Like, you'll see me trying to do this, and I have to actually, like, cancel step this to do this. Do I get this?
Now, like, some of
the crit actually makes the juggle work. The crit... You need the cinematic crit to make the juggle work. and I still have a Cyclone 2 in my inventory, which I need for later, so we're good. Wow. That's not
gonna push him to keep him in this whirlwind.
Yeah, they just keep doing more damage. Wow. Okay. All right, game. You know what's up.
Yeah, when you see the game kind of like slow down and get a little cinematic there, That is actually, that's the critical hit animation. There are times that, like, you'll get the crit animation as you whiff something, and it's just like, well, I just
lost 4 seconds. Just
lost 4
threw it out.
seconds because of that animation.
The game has decided to throw
And
my
it's
4
not
seconds.
getting, it does like quadruple damage or something.
Yeah,
So the crits are real powerful.
Yeah, there's like basic crits like that do a little bit more damage, that you see a little red aura flash. And then there's like the big cinematic crits that just do like a bunch of damage.
Here is Odin.
Odin's loose right now. This is very bad.
We'll see. I think it's not guaranteed that he'll show us his lord.
Like, we don't really want that to happen, but it sure can. That's a blaze potion. I guess we'll grab that for later, maybe. But we're gonna just juggle Odin out to the extent of the juggle because, you know, it's safer that way. But we're gonna grab this blaze now. Odin was on the ground long enough that we restunned. We reset the stun threshold long enough to get some rejuggles, so we can actually go back to the air. We don't want Odin to be on the ground if we can help it.
Yeah, he can start doing some pretty dangerous attacks when he's on the ground.
Basically, the actual eponymous Odin sphere, the Balor, is incredibly dangerous.
Yeah.
Oh, that doesn't work.
Part of the reason it's so dangerous is because it kind of attacks independently of him.
Yep. He's got some attacks where he holds onto it, but then he breaks it off, and it's... Oh, that was poor. And then it breaks off and bounces around, and it can really mess you up. We're gonna get a stun there, which is actually probably really good. Perfect. Odin, thankfully, is very easy to pick up and juggle, so...
I think I saw a whirlwind over there.
Yep. Killing Odin is the priority right now, though. But we got it. It's fine. All right. So Odin down. Chapter 5 done. So now these are the 2 chapters we're gonna do. Next chapter is running in circles. We're gonna grab Assault High 3 here. We're gonna grab Backstab, which we haven't had the entire time. Which is better when you're able to attack from behind, but you don't have a lot of control over that on this route, so it's not a big deal.
Yeah, Velvet doesn't really like have a way to hit enemies from behind
Easily.
as much as some of the other characters.
Like Cornelius or Oswald, who are very good at backstabbing. So Titania Capital is Cornelius' kingdom. So we get assailed by like knights and stuff. Knights are very interesting because they're very lightweight, which doesn't make an awful lot of sense. I did not want to do that. That's fine. A lot of that, what this really comes down to is kind of that combination of levels and execution now. Like, this is a very, very execution-heavy action RPG. So here are the Axe Knights. Axe Knights are interesting in that their stun threshold is, like, non-existent. As you can see by just gonna like, casually lift him up in the air and then start beating on him. I don't want him to go to ground, though, now. I need that for the end of this chapter, for...
Is that level 4 toxin potion?
Yep.
That's real nice.
The big prize. So with Assault High, one of the things that we absolutely do want to be able to do is carry an enemy along the juggle. It makes our hit counter go twice as fast.
Yeah, even though the enemy is dead, you can still continue to chain on it. And Like, for that S rank that we've been getting pretty much in every fight, it also adds to that. Like, overkilling enemies will also add to that. But, in this case, we mostly just care because it inflates our chain count. And since we get bonus damage based on how much our chain counter is at, that's real good.
I did quickly block that attack, otherwise I'd have lost my chain.
Yep, getting knocked down, you'll lose your chain. Not attacking for a while
will lose your chain, but any hit that you take breaks your chain. 120 feels very bad on that fight.
It is possible to take damage without breaking your chain.
Yes, if you are in the action of using a special, you can take damage and not lose chain.
There's sometimes that's done strategically, where it's like, yeah, I'm fine with taking damage, I just don't want to lose my chain.
Taking damage also refills the green power bar. So, like, taking damage is, like, sometimes fantastic. Getting trolled by wizards!
These things teleport away from you all the time.
Not that one. That one's dead.
And the boss of this place is no different.
I'm at 301. I've got a lot of money. More money than I thought I would. That's fine. We do need to sell some stuff because we need 350. Easy game.
You can buy the shrimp if you want. No, you can't.
Nah. No, we're fine. We're just gonna grab our 2 Mars Bangles. So these are Mars Bangles. These increase the damage we take and deal.
Yep, it's, what, 16% more damage dealt and received.
But also, it increases our damage as our health goes down, each of them by 12%, so it ends up being 36 additional percent of potential damage at 1 hit point. We're not going to be at 1 hit point.
But we are going to be at, like...
5. We're going to be at, like, 5.
And it actually, damage over time effects like poison and burn can't kill you, they will leave you at 1.
There was a stretch for the boss fight coming up in this chapter on my record where I was intentionally at 5 hit points. Which is just, 35% or so free damage. It's just, if you make a mistake, you instantly die. It's not stressful. Like, really pushing the envelope in this game can be very scary because, oh god, you're gonna die. Okay, 164. Not even close. I'll have to menu afterwards. We want to get to 175 there to finish leveling out Spiral Drive. And we absolutely want to finish leveling Spiral Drive before the end of this chapter. We want to have it at maximum before the boss. It is imperative. It is imperative enough that I will open the menu. Normally I do all of my menuing either at the end of chapters or when I get a Phozon Prism. But for this, I will open the menu. It is that.
One of the problems there is that after Odin, we didn't get to pick up many of the things.
Yeah, because I was going after the potion. And I didn't stop and, like, in my practice, I'll stop and just absorb from that group because I keep them all together, and I didn't keep them all together this time, so the Phozons got scattered and I didn't get them all, which is fine.
Yeah, you're like short
Oh yeah, I'll get it right after this fight.
It'll require like, opening the menu.
Which sucks, but
It's
it's what it has to be. It's absolutely correct to open the menu there.
Kind of we're talking about, by the way, is in the top right, currently at 180 feet.
Yep.
And it's a resource that you get from killing enemies. It refreshes your Phozon power as well, but it's also like a expendable currency sort of thing that powers up your weapon in certain like powers up the special abilities that you have.
It also does let you grow plants, but we don't grow plants in speedrun.
Plants take a long time to grow.
I do one really cheeky plant growth in the Mercedes route that saves time. Like, it is super cheeky, and I do it because It is a time save. This was necessary. Part of what getting the power cost abilities to level 5 does, though, to their capped out level, is it decreases the power usage by 5%. Which decreases it from 35 to 30, which decreases it from I can use it a third time if I get hit to I can use it a third time.
And sometimes you can use it a fourth time if you get hit a bunch.
Yep.
Gonna make a big yogurt here.
I can't really make a big yogurt here, I just don't have the stuff to do it.
Make a medium yogurt here.
Yeah, we're gonna
need a bunch of chocolate.
Yep. Raw chocolate at that.
Pure cacao.
Yep. Just right from the pod. But we're gonna get to level 30 this way, which is about where we want to be, so we're good. So, welcome to RNG Heck. Velvet. The last 3 characters all have to deal with a teleporty wizard boss. There are 3 wise men in the game, or the 3 jerk teleporty wizard bosses, and you have to kill all 3 of them.
They are all rude.
They are all very rude. We were just gonna
set them on fire.
And poison them.
And poison them, because damage over time is not something you can teleport away from.
Those are
also,
fire spirits.
There's a dragon here, but like this is the windiest dragon. Kind of take advantage of whenever the wizard happens to be close to us right now to get some pot shots on him. But for the most part, like
the blaze potions for the dragon, basically.
Yeah, dragon will sit in that blaze potion
and burn.
And burn, and we'll beat up on the dragon when the wizard's teleporting.
Yep. Like I'll go over and try to hit the wizard and then not, because I'm. Nope.
When the dragon does that wind thing, he's trying to suck you in to eat you, which not only does a bunch of damage, but also like he just chews on you for several seconds. It's bad to get caught by that for many reasons. Now we're gonna try to get this wizard off the ground into the air where we can juggle him. It is challenging at best.
Nope, whiffed that badly.
Furthermore, once you get him up, then it's hard to keep him in. You do get a new toxin.
Oh, I'm definitely throwing it. It does so much damage in this fight. Oh wow, using the item, the stuff that the dragon spits out can be used to bounce back against the enemies that you're fighting. The amount of damage I just did was spectacularly good.
This is that juggle chain that we're trying to do.
Like, I fouled that up pretty badly, but it's fine. Because he's gonna cast.
Them. They won't know.
We're gonna burn him. We're gonna hope he stays there for just a moment longer. Oh, nope, this is the last swing. Alright. We're through that chapter.
That fight went decently well.
That fight went swimmingly, honestly. I mean, I only lost 36 seconds.
You lost 36 seconds to, like, a world record split that,
that is, like, a absolutely perfect fight. Yeah, basically got a 3-bar juggle with no teleports. Like, the split I'm running against there is, like, just so good that I just can't really talk about it. It makes me sad.
Running against splits.
It makes me sad. It makes me really sad to run against that particular split. Because I do that fight in my world record, I did that fight in 2 minutes. Because I just had a bunch of potions and also got, like, juggles on the wizard while the dragon was still alive. And it was really ridiculous. Like, every time I went to go kill the dragon, or every time I went to go kill the wizard was like, okay, kill me. I'm like, cool. So now we are trying to stop the cauldron one more time. We are in Odin land. Well, Bregnonabal. The home of the Valkyries. I can't believe I'm allowed to kill so many Valkyries in this game. So this is basically a 3-phase chapter. The first phase is getting through this blue door here. which is going to involve going to the other exit in this room, which is at the bottom right. And we're going to go fight a Dwarven Berserker and take his keys. I'm just going to take him right off his pants. The secret, though, is he's not wearing any pants.
Velvet's not wearing any pants either.
She's wearing a cape. I got nothing. Okay. It's late and I'm tired. I'm getting real punchy. It's 4 in the morning here on the East Coast. I am nowhere near the exit I need to be here. This run's just going to heck.
What, the Valkyries that we're killing, what are their names?
These Valkyries don't have names. They're just rank and file soldiers. They're just dying. But here's... Okay, he's wearing greaves. He is wearing pants. Sure, incredibly hard juggles. I don't hit those. That's fine.
Those other enemies were kind of getting...
Like I said, incredibly hard juggles. We don't hit those. There's a toxin. I can use that to try to get fast airship. Maybe we'll at least get fast airship. That'll be a nice consolation prize, at least for this run. It's just too hard.
Oh, you were trying to do the fire pillar,
Yeah, because I'm...
pick the juggle back up after...
Yeah, because if I'm behind pace, like if I'm having a good run but not a great run, let's try at least be stylish. Like... My potion's over there. Nope, nope, that's bad. That was low. That was too high. This is also too high. Yeah. The Velvet Hours aren't getting any less real at this point. But we're going to quickly teleport back to here, which I'm going to push the buttons in the right order to open this door with this key that we got. Boop. Door goes open. We'll get a key refund here from this room. Because this room will also drop a blue key that we don't use. The next room will drop a red key that we actually care about. Huh, okay. That works.
I'm not sure to what you're referring.
Slide into upstroke on Valkyrie leaders. Puts them in double state, apparently. Who knew? I didn't, because I haven't been doing that. But I almost always want to put Valkyrie leaders into juggle state if I can. Because I don't want them getting loose and doing dumb things to me like they usually do. Like, stun me 4 times in the middle of a fight or something. Like, they did tonight. But yeah, so phase 2 is this section here. This is kind of just a chaff room. Do we have any donations? We're kind of running out to the end of this run. And then the part of the run that actually will require talking will come up again.
Yeah, we don't have any donations right now. But, we do have some lovely incentives coming up later tonight. Coming up on our schedule, first of all. We have, let me get these in order, because if I just spout them off memory, I won't get them in order. After this run, we will have Ogre Battle 64, followed by Yagamoth's 1-player, 2-controller Secret of Mana run.
Yaga's very entertaining, last I checked. Also, I'm on airship. Also, I'm on airship.
Yeah, this is airship. This is actually one of the scariest bosses. You can take a lot of damage, and yeah, a lot of it is kind of unavoidable damage because there's just fire coming out of the airship constantly and stuff like that, but you want to still be up there damaging the airship. You don't want to just like back off. Also, it does restore your, as mentioned, taking damage restores your power. So she's going to be like, just kind of soaking damage a lot to, you were going to fulfill one potions here to try to get fast airship.
Getting fast airship just requires like blocking missiles mostly, and throwing a potion at Berserker. I mean, also I'm also at 250 hit points, so I'm just doing a lot of damage all of a sudden.
Yeah. It's also real scary.
Now this is real scary. Oh, I got the block. I'm so good at this video game.
If you block one of those missiles, it deflects it back at the airship, which damages the airship a whole bunch.
113 is not fast airship.
No, you want somewhat.
Sub 1 minute is fast airship. I don't think I got both 9s either, which is really annoying. Unless I grabbed it. I saw one. I'm gonna go check for the other one, honestly, because whatever. There should be the other one, right? Nope, that's not an Aristo. Alright, no, I only got one. Oh well. Okay, we're gonna do a little bit of alchemy right now. But we have backup plans, don't we? But this level 9 healing potion, we just add 2 pieces of equipment to it, and now it's a level 9 overload. Overload increases the amount of damage we do per hit. And we're gonna take this, we did not get the level 9, we're gonna take this level 3 blaze potion. We're gonna shove this Hoppin' into it. Nope, that's Tourney. Make a fire spirits. We already have a level 4 fire spirits. Cool, whatever. I don't need any other potions for the rest of this run, so we're just gonna jam everything I got into it.
Yeah, you have an apple and stuff to jam
Yeah,
in it.
yeah, I think we can just get this to at least 8. Yeah, 9's a little tough to come by, but we're gonna make this a level 8 fire spirits. Right. Cool. We use this to basically instantly slaughter the final boss. There'll be nothing left. We pop both of those and you'll see what happens.
The final boss, if you don't, throw that kind of stuff at it, is actually pretty scary.
Yeah, it does a lot of attacks that take it off screen. It's really annoying. Or you could take advantage of the fact that it has 3 hitboxes and do 3 times the damage. Plus, like, your overload makes you do 3 times the damage on its own. So you're doing, like, 9 times the damage? My math is sound.
And you're going into that boss fight at, like, half health or less, intentionally.
Like, right now I'm at about I'm pretty close to the optimal amount of health. Right? 400 by, like, 1,000.
So that's going to be another bonus damage from being low health.
Man, we don't mess around. Like, we are going to do... So it's a right exit to finish, but we want to... Okay, now things are a little sketchy. I'll get some health back from Fozon, so I should be right around that nice 30% marker, though.
This is pretty much the last regular fight in the game.
Yep. That should be the end of that. Only 2 waves. It's real short, unlike Mercedes' last room, which should basically have its own split for End of the World. What was the top exit for the boss? I'm so bad at this. Because it's like a 4-wave fight against like 50 Valkyrie soldiers. It's wild. Alright. Here we go. This is the Beast of Darkova. It has 3 hitboxes. Let's drink some potions.
3 heads, all of them can take damage. You can do damage, like, if your swings are hitting all 3 of them, then you're doing triple damage, basically. So that's what we're going to be doing.
And you can see we're at about 35% of our maximum health right now. So this is very anticlimactic. After Airship can almost kill you, and after, like, a couple of other bosses can be really frustrating. This is, like... This is just how fast can I actually got hit. How did that happen? We're gonna see an attack! Fitting, I guess.
This is the kind of thing that we were trying to avoid because, like, he's basically giving himself iframes there.
Uh-huh, a lot of them.
It is obnoxious. That's why we're using all these, like, the level 9 over the level 8 fire spirits to try and make this fight go fast enough that he doesn't get a chance to do anything like that.
Yeah, not bad. 101 RTA, so that'll be about a 1 hour. It's okay.
It's okay. You only got 9 minutes under estimate.
I mean, the estimate's higher because of Cornelius being a part of the bid war. my velvet estimate's like 105. Which I crush 105 usually, so I'm not doing too much complaining, honestly. Well, of course, that was a lot of fun. I love this game a fair bit. Was this 101? Did I at least break one? Okay, 1 hour 40 is fine. I do a lot of complaining. I'm gonna do a lot of whining, and but yeah, still underestimate. I mean, it is a marathon. We gotta pet the cat, right? And I'll let you do announcements or something at this point.
Yep. So coming up, we have Ogre Battle 64, run by Hotbot. Who,
Nice.
should be ready to switch over very soon. Before we sign off, I am Silverfire, accompanied by the lovely Demerine,
Ow.
and you are watching RPGs We Love 3.